Hello guys, welcome to Benanti TV. My name is Mr. Benanti. Thank you so much for always watching our videos. Thank you for watching this particular one. Today we are going to talk about 5 reasons why blacks in diaspora are all trooping into Ghana instead of the remaining African countries. Stay tuned and enjoy. Ghana, a country located at the western side of Africa, sharing boundaries at the north with Burkina Faso, at the east with Togo, at the west with Ivory Coast, and then the southern part, which is the Gulf of Guinea. Ghana is an amazing country with a population of about 32 million individuals. And then Ghana depends on cocoa, gold, timber, bauxite, and then oil. Now, let's look at the 5 reasons why Africans in diaspora or blacks in diaspora are all trooping into Ghana. Number 1, Ghana is a strategic country that played a key role in the transatlantic slave trade. The Portuguese, the British, and then the other countries that were colonizing Africa, most of them had their base of operation in Ghana. So there are about 32 forts and then 3 castles in the country. So these castles and forts were built by these colonial masters that were using the forts and castles to house slaves, which will be eventually sent to the Americas, Britain, Portugal, and the remaining countries that were interested in slaves at that time. So Ghana strategically was playing a key role. It was like a trade center for slaves. So slaves that were bought from other African countries were brought into Ghana, housed in the dungeons in the various castles and forts, and then they were eventually shipped to these countries that were interested in slaves. So Ghana played a significant role in the life of slaves because most of these slaves were kept in these dungeons in Ghana for like 3 months, 4 months, and even as high as 5 months before they were transported into these countries that were interested in slaves. So technically, Ghana was the last African country most of them saw before they were sent there. So these people in diaspora, the grandkids of these slaves that were sent over there, now most of them don't even know the countries the ancestors were from. Most of them try to trace and they are unable to get it. So it makes it easy for them to try to relate to a country which their ancestors saw last before they were transported. And Ghana happens to be such a country, so if they cannot locate where their ancestors were originally from, then they can come to Ghana where probably their ancestors last stayed before they were transported into these countries. These forts and castles in the country are preserved, so people are able to come and see the thing that really happened over there. The various dungeons and everything were left the way they are, so that people that will come and want to experience what the slaves went through will be able to at least have a certain feel of it, or appreciate what the slaves were going through in those castles and forts. So it makes it so interesting for people to come and see where their ancestors last stayed before they left to the Americas, the Britain, and what have you. So this is one of the reasons why people want to come to Ghana, so that they can have that connection with their ancestors. So people enter these dungeons, and then most of them cry, most of them are happy that finally they are back to their roots, because at these dungeons there are something we call gates of no return. So the final gate where the slaves were passed into the cargo ships, which took them to these countries that were interested in slaves. So you pass through that gate, you will not be able to come back. The tendency of you not coming back to the continent is very high. So a lot of them never came back. Their children never came back, and now if their great grandchildren have the opportunity to come and see what is happening over there, they will really prefer to come to Ghana to appreciate how the dungeons look like, how the castles look like, how the forts look like, and have that connection with their ancestors. So imagine 400 years ago, slaves were taken through these forts and castles in Ghana to the Americas, the Britons, and the remaining countries, with the mindset that they were not going to come back. None of them ever had that confidence that they were going to come back to the continent. So 400 years later, if the opportunity is given to the descendants of these slaves to come back to the continent, then I think they welcome that idea, so that they coming back to the continent in a way makes the dreams of their ancestors come to pass. Most of them were dreaming for a day they will get a chance to come to the continent, and unfortunately they weren't able to do so. So if their descendants are able to come back, then it's fulfilling. Okay, the second reason is that our current president, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, took it upon himself to make sure that blacks in diaspora have that desire to come back to the continent. He made it easy for people in the diaspora to come to the country by introducing the year of return, which saw a whole lot of people coming to the continent, and people even getting the chance to gain citizenship and become permanent Ghanaian citizens. People, a lot of them want to come back, but how to start was their problem. They needed a certain push to make them come. So if a country is giving them that push, then definitely that country they are going to come and visit. The third reason why people in the diaspora are trooping to the country Ghana is because it's very easy to acquire a Ghanaian visa as compared to the other African countries. So to be able to come to or enter a foreign land or a new land, you need to acquire a visa. So that is one of the reasons why people are not able to come to the continent. They consider the continent as home, and then we, the African continent, are telling them that Africa is their home. So if they want to come to their home and it becomes difficult for them to acquire a visa, that alone dampens their spirit, and it makes them doubt the idea of wanting to come back to the continent. We are advocating for them to come, but then if they want to acquire a visa to come, it becomes difficult. So some of them end up deciding that they're not going to come again. So if a certain country makes it easy for them to acquire a visa, that is the country they are going to go. And Ghana has done a very good job at that. There are so many avenues you can pass through to get a visa to come to Ghana. You can either decide to seek visa on arrival, or do it online and you get your visa. So with the visa on arrival, you come to Ghana, you apply for the visa, and it is given to you within 7 days. So you get to stay in the country for 30 days, which is 1 month. So within this period, you can decide to do whatever you want. If you are coming to start a business, you are able to do so. If you are coming to marry, within these 30 days, you are able to do so. If you are coming to settle down and stay here permanently, you are able to secure the necessary documents to be able to do so. So it makes it easy for people to come to the country. If you are coming to school, student visa is very easy to acquire. If you are even coming to come and marry in this country, you are a lady, you are coming to marry a gentleman in the country, you are a guy, you are coming to marry a lady in the country, within these 30 days you should be able to do so. And then with even our laws, once you get married to a Ghanaian, you can apply for citizenship and you can be a Ghanaian. You see, it's pretty easy to come to Ghana. So this is one of the reasons why people prefer to come to Ghana. So when they check other African countries and they are not able to get their visas, and they try Ghana and they get it, definitely it is Ghana they are going to come to. Yeah. So the fourth reason why people would want to come to Ghana is because there is peace in the country. There is peace, absolute peace in the country. Ghana is one of the countries in Africa that is very peaceful. Since 1992, that we adopted our constitution and then started democracy, Ghana has always been peaceful. The various transition of powers from one president to the other has always been peaceful. And it makes it easy to come and do business in this country. It makes it easy to come and stay here in this country. It makes it easy to walk about in this country. You see, when you're traveling to a country where you are scared of your life, you are scared to move around, you are scared to do business, it's very difficult to get into that country. But if you have that ease within you that you can do whatever you want in the country, it makes it easy to get into that country. And Ghana is one of the countries in the continent that is very peaceful. The Global Peace Index for 2022 stated that Ghana is the second peaceful country in the entire continent. The continent has about 52 countries and we are second, just behind Mauritius. So Mauritius is the peaceful country in the continent, and then we are following Mauritius. So imagine out of 52 countries and we are second. So it makes it easy for people to want to come to the country than any other African country. And then the same peace index states that we are 40th in the entire world. So the countries in the entire world, we are 40th, even far ahead of the United States. So if you happen to be in the United States of America and then you having doubts about how safe Ghana is, you can check Global Safety Index, Global Peace Index, and you will know that Ghana is even peaceful than the United States of America. So we are like 14th country that is peaceful in the entire world, and we are second in Africa. So if you've heard of stories that portrays Africa as a dangerous continent, then I'm telling you that Ghana is peaceful than the United States of America. So don't harbor any fear when you're coming to Ghana. Yeah. And then the final reason why people want to come to Ghana, and those who have already come wants to stay in the country, is that the people of Ghana are so loving. They are so welcoming. And then virtually Ghanaians even love foreigners than even their co-countrymen. The way a Ghanaian would treat a foreigner is different from how he or she would treat his or her fellow Ghanaian. And it's so amazing. So people that have come to their country want to stay. And during the year of return, about 126 people were given citizenship in this country. And they are living right in this country, enjoying themselves, going about with their business, interacting well with Ghanaians, and it's so amazing. There's nothing so enticing to come to a continent where virtually everybody looks like the way you look. You don't get to be the minority, you are a majority, so you are able to relate well with the people around, and people are able to relate well with you. If you come to Ghana, the only thing that will differentiate you from the indigenes will be your accent. Other than that, you can move freely and nobody will even know whether you are a Ghanaian or you are not, whether you are a visitor or you are not. The only moment they will be able to know you are a foreign national or a black in diaspora that is coming back home will be your accent. So that is how peaceful Ghana is. And it's a very loving country, and that is the reason why people would want to come to Ghana as compared to the remaining African countries. And I'll say this, all African countries are also peaceful, welcoming, and nice countries. So after visiting Ghana, you will make the effort to visit the remaining African countries. They are also amazing. But anyway, if you feel like coming to Ghana, come to Ghana, because Ghana is amazing. Whoever that wants to come to the continent, first come to Ghana. And then from Ghana, you go to the remaining countries. Then you will never be disappointed. You can ask those who came, and they will tell you how they enjoy themselves. Those who are already here, they will tell you how amazing the country is. So do your best to come to the continent. When you get to the embassy, just tell them that you are coming home. Wherever you are in the world, when you get to the Ghana embassy, tell them you are coming home. And your visa will be processed quickly. Because we want you guys to come back to the continent. Because you belong here. If you are at a place where you are not appreciated, then coming back to your roots cannot make sense. So you guys will come so that you can lift the continent high. Africa is the next big thing. So it's better you guys come and then be part of the pioneers of the success of Africa. Because if you stay too late, by the time you come, you will have made it great. And bonding with us will be difficult, or joining us will be difficult for you. Now that we are putting the foundations and everything, when you join us, you're able to be pioneers of something big in the continent. So thank you for watching the video, and I'm looking forward to see a whole lot of you coming to the continent, preferably Ghana. Thank you so much. Peace out.